Welcome back to Daily DeFi. Today is April 29th of 2021, Thursday. I hope I'm correct on that because honestly I don't know what day it is, but I'm pretty sure it is Thursday. When you have kind of run your own business, at least for me, pretty much all the days are the same. Like my weekdays are similar to the weekends. I just do what I love pretty much every single day. And yesterday we had Daily DeFi 100. So this was absolutely incredible. It was a live stream. I did have some technical difficulties with the device that I was recording on. But anyways, yeah, that's up. So go check that out. We talk about some yield farming things, some staking things, some altcoins. Today we have some pretty crazy things going on in the market. I mean, PancakeSwap just quietly did a nice little 40x from when we originally started talking about it back in February. It was in our February altcoin picks for that month when it was around $1. Now it's at $40. Absolutely ridiculous. Fantom FTM doing great things in the daily time frame. Same with Injective Protocol. So we'll be talking about those altcoins at the end. And then here on Decrypt, we do have some interesting things going on. So you have things like the Department of Justice ransomware panels to approve aggressive Bitcoin regulation. So whether or not this will happen, we will see. DeFi NFT boom sends MetaMask past 5 million active users. This is why I think something like Blank Wallet is very important. But there's just some interesting articles here. And then over on Cointelegraph, this was something that was actually very, very interesting. And maybe we'll dig into this article. I'm kind of trying to decide between this and another one, but obviously we'll kick it off here with DeFi Pulse and Juicy NFTs. So let's get going there. On DeFi Pulse, again, all-time high, $64.9 billion when we first started this series back 100 daily DeFis ago. Pretty crazy to think about now. Back when I was in Kosovo, in Prizren, we were at like 20 million or 20 billion locked in. Pretty crazy. You can see back here. Yeah, that's at the end of at the end of it. Pretty crazy. So let's see. $64.9 billion locked in. Maker dominance is at 15.86%, while DeFi Pulse Index is up about 3% on the daily at 530.12. We're seeing Maker and Compound still kind of in this competing race, while Aave is really creeping up there. Aave might actually take over Compound here in a little bit. Who knows exactly what will happen? Again, that article on MetaMask, by the way, MetaMask is kind of the default. A lot of people default to MetaMask. But the interesting thing is, okay, MetaMask doesn't have a token, where something like Blank Wallet, where it's true privacy, that MetaMask has its own problems. Maybe I can do a video on that, like why MetaMask is maybe something you shouldn't use, and why Blank Wallet maybe is something you should use, and Blank Wallet has an actual token. Yeah, maybe I'll do a video on that, but let me know in the comments if you want to see that. CryptoPunks is seeing crazy daily volume, like $2 million. Let's see, and yeah, the total NFT daily volume is up 225%. Pretty insane. I mean, it's only in this market. It's just exciting every day. I mean, it's like there's never a dull day in this market. Truly never a dull day. There's always something that's pumping. There's always something that's absolutely dumping. It's just about riding the waves and understanding risk management strategy. So the daily NFT volume is around $2.5 million, and CryptoPunks is taking up the majority of that. And then you have Sandbox Lands, ENS. Again, always important to keep track of these things, just so you can go, okay, a year from now, when you're looking back and going, okay, well, if CryptoPunks is seeing, I'm not going to say it is, but I mean, maybe CryptoPunks will see $1 billion transacted in a day. You'll be able to go, hey, I was watching this when it was $2 million a day. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, next bull run, I think this is truly just the beginning for NFTs, because we're just focused on digital art. Think about all the other use cases for NFTs. Essentially anything that is talking about essentially property. So it's digital property or digital ownership tokenized in completely decentralized. So that's the beauty of this. SEC pushes. Wait, let me go back to that article. That was an interesting one. So SEC pushes decision of a VanEck Bitcoin ETF back until June. So guys, the U.S. is not innovating. All these other countries are innovating in the crypto space, whereas the U.S. is really falling behind as far as Bitcoin exchange traded fund. You have Canada doing this. You have Australia doing this. Germany's getting in the space. The U.S. needs to innovate, or people are going to move on. So this is the other thing. This is kind of interesting. So this Bitcoin mixer, when you talk about this Bitcoin mixer, is essentially what happens is if someone gets involved with the scam, this Bitcoin can kind of be flagged. So typically what they'll do is they'll try and mix this Bitcoin by sending it to a bunch of different random wallets really, really fast, and then putting it on exchange. And if the exchange can't flag this individual token, because remember, each Bitcoin has all of its historical transaction history. So if you own a Bitcoin, it can be interesting just to go in and go, okay, who's owned this in the past? What have been the transactions? People pay a big premium for newly minted or newly mined Bitcoin. So basically, there's 21 million fixed supply, but every block reward, there's a certain amount of Bitcoin that is being released, and those are brand new Bitcoin. So they have no transaction history. So people will pay a premium for those versus some like dirty Bitcoin. You could kind of think of it as, because it doesn't matter, if you hold the Bitcoin, you can just see all the transaction history associated with that individual coin. So moving on here to Decrypt, the Department of Justice ransomware panel to propose aggressive Bitcoin regulations. So this is a somewhat interesting article. I'm not going to dig into these again. Today we're just going to kind of there's so many crazy things going on that I kind of want to just talk about some of the headlines here. And then if you're interested, maybe tomorrow we can dig into any of these individually. But this DeFi and non-fungible token boom sends a MetaMask pass 5 million active users. So this is good to see that people are using actually MetaMask, using Web 3.0 things instead of just people only using Coinbase. But still, guys, 5 million users is very, very small, especially because, personally, if everybody did what I did and had I think I have probably over 10 MetaMask accounts now, that 5 million users is more like 500,000 users with 10 MetaMask accounts. But I'm assuming most people only just have one or two maybe MetaMask accounts. But you have to take in mind that there's no way to do KYC with MetaMask. So, or really, relatively no KYC. And with MetaMask, you can have multiple accounts. So when they say it's 5 million active users, it's probably like around, I don't know, maybe 2.5 million people are actually individuals are using this actively. So still very, very early, guys, especially when you're taking the global population, especially when you're taking, okay, how many people have a bank account globally? This is like your own sovereign bank account. But again, blank wallet's an interesting play if you want to move away from MetaMask and have more of your privacy. Okay, so PancakeSwap, just ridiculous, guys. Cake ranked 25. I honestly did not think we would be here. When I first mentioned it in February, I was like even a little skeptical, but it's just ridiculous now. $6 billion. I hope everyone has de-risked from this, because who knows? It could go a lot higher, but it also could, I guess you could say, relatively crash back down. If you got it $1, most likely it's probably not going to crash it back down to $1 until maybe the bear market, and even in the bear market, probably it'll be around like $5 or something like that. But yeah, pretty crazy rise. This Binance Smart Chain, essentially decentralized exchange where you can do yield farming, you can do staking. We talked about this a lot in yesterday's kind of special Daily DeFi. Again, that live stream, go check it out. It was episode 100. We did a little special there, and it's sitting at $40.69. It's pretty insane. On the I think on the weekly, it's like up 50% or something ridiculous, because it was just recently at $20. Yeah, this is just crazy, guys. Yeah, 40.69. So I'm glad I de-risked from this, but I still have a nice bag being held, and I'm staking some of it on PancakeSwap. So go check that out. The APRs are a bit down. I explained that yesterday in the Daily DeFi, how essentially, when there's less liquidity in a certain pool or in a yield farming, basically like situation, the less liquidity, the higher APR, so the higher risk, higher reward. But when you have more liquidity, more people coming in, since it kind of has game theory built in, then you have lower APR as more people come in. So again, 90% is still pretty ridiculously high, especially with PancakeSwap. It was recently at like 200%. I think when I did the first tutorial on how to use PancakeSwap. So a Fantom FTM, this is 67 cents, right around 40% up on the daily. Market cap is $1.7 billion. Fully diluted is at $2.1 billion. Interesting. So 80% circulating max supply. Volume, that's actually really good daily volume. Around $788 million transacted daily. That's up about 161%. Fantom, I'm very bullish on. I think we could break past these all-time highs relatively soon. I was, I think like 2 days ago, I was looking at this Fibonacci retracement. Go check out Global TA, the free technical analysis course we have. There's a playlist for that. Basically, with this, we're talking about Fibonacci extensions in the upcoming one. The previous two we've done, we basically put out a new Global TA every single Sunday. The previous two we've done, the first one was on kind of psychology and framework and kind of paradigms going into trading. And then the second one was more on like fundamentals, building out support and resistance lines, making sure you have a proper trading strategy with, you have to make sure you have a risk management strategy. You have to make sure you understand your entry and exit positions and all these different things. And then a Fantom price, I think we could see a $3 Fantom in this bull run. Who knows exactly where it will go, but let me know your price predictions down below. That's just what I was kind of based off those Fibonacci retracements. So Injective Protocol, again, we've been talking a lot about this one. This is easily a $2 billion project in the long run, in my opinion, because you can create your own pairs and you can do futures on trading pairs. So market cap is $361 million. I think very, very low still, even though we're seeing these all-time highs for Injective Protocol. In my opinion, this project is still very undervalued. Okay, so that's pretty much it for today's Daily DeFi. I mean, those were the kind of the projects I wanted to cover. Those were the majority of the news stories. So yeah, let me know in the comments what you want to see moving forward. With kind of the episode in the 100s. The next probably live stream we'll do with Daily DeFi will be Daily DeFi 200. Yeah, so that's pretty much it for this one. If you enjoyed it, you know what to do. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell to stay up to date because it's time-sensitive content. As always, invest global, and until next time. Come on, buddy.